for his injury? Anything you can add to other than him just being out today?
No, he's still getting evaluated.
With Mitch obviously probably not playing today, what do you see from Ariel this season so far in his development since you took over?
Yeah, he's played a couple of times for us, and he's played hard. That's what he's got to do. He's got to go out there and he's got to use his superpowers. And his superpowers are he's a great runner. He's got great feet. He can rebound. He's a great roller after setting the screen. And he can move his feet and guard so he can switch. And, those are things he has to do while trying to get us defensive rebounds and extra possessions on the offensive glass.
I know you talk about next man up all the time and staying ready. What goes into staying ready for a young guy who maybe doesn't know if his number is all going to get called? How does someone stay ready with there's really not that much practice time during the season? What do you expect him to do?
Well, we have a low minute game that we play, even on quote unquote some days where we may not practice a ton, or do a lot at practice. We actually call it the next game, and we always try to give them a 5-on-5 action. Now it's not what they're going to see out here, but they're able to get up and down in a 5-on-5 environment. Some of our coaches jump in the game and play to make it fives, and so that's one way. Obviously, getting individual work with their player development coaches is another way. They're always in the weight room too, so there are ways that they can kind of keep themselves ready or active if we're not practicing a ton as a team.
Because I got two for you. One is this road trip is weird in that you guys went to Florida, then went to Texas, and then went back to Florida, and now you're in like all this. Is this uniquely unnecessary? All this travel? Like, how do you feel about it?
Yes. It's the life of the NBA.
And my second question is, with Landry, have you been able to talk to him, and where is his spirits right now?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to him. He's in good spirits. Landry's at least from what I've experienced, he's a pretty positive guy. Got a lot of toughness to him, and that's what I like about him.
Coach, Karl talked about how the shooting numbers always balance out over time. Are you happy with the shots he's getting, or is there anything that he needs to do differently?
I tell you, he got some good looks. I know for sure in the last game, and I think most of the year he's gotten some pretty good looks, and he's a great shooter. It's going to come. I agree. They're going to balance out, and if he continues to get the looks that he's gotten so far, he needs to keep that thing flying because he's a great shooter.
With Landry and OG injured, how does that affect the defensive rotations?
Well, it's we have rotations, and obviously you like to put certain guys on the floor to balance, the better defenders with defenders that aren't as good as those two guys, and so we don't rotate strictly off of or the rotations aren't done strictly off of defenders, but both those guys are high level on ball defenders, and they play with a level of physicality without fouling and versatility. I mean, they can guard different types of players and positions that at the end of the day we miss. It's no secret, but that's what the NBA is about. The NBA is about trying to find a way every time you step on the court. And, we talked a little bit about it earlier, so it's the next man up, and everybody has to contribute when it comes to missing whoever, whether it's offensively or defensively. But they're both high level on ball defenders, and their impact we do miss.
I know some guys, because Brooklyn is, yes, it's in New York, but it's hard to travel to a lot. Did you guys get to go home and sleep in your own beds, or did you guys get a hotel in Brooklyn?
When we flew back from Orlando, I know I went home, and I think everybody else did. And then the next day, we had a 2 buses from the practice facility
Okay.
that went down. Like I stayed in a hotel room last night at the Ones on the Brooklyn Bridge or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Nice
obviously
place.
Mitch is ill, and Miles had something going around with you guys.
I don't know, but I can't remember whose hand I shook when I came in. I gotta be careful. I gotta start dapping y'all up, and we all gotta keep washing our hands and using sanitizer because you never know. Yeah, and this is the time of the year for it. So hopefully it doesn't knock anybody else off their feet. But again, you hate to see that, but it's all part of it.
Mike, you said the coaches get in on some of those next games that you come with. You're a coach. Do you play against your younger guys? How does that work out?
I'm a little too chubby.
You were running when they had those free throws at the beginning. Yeah, I saw we got you on camera running. I think you can.
I think I beat Rick and Mark Bryan in running, but that's not saying a lot. I think Mo Cheeks was faster than myself, Mark Bryan, and Rick, so we can't get out there. Mo has a better chance of getting out there before the 3 of us. Hey, let me know before you tell Rick I said that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate you.
There's no. I beat there. Appreciate it.